In this video, we are going to learn the pathological features of hypertensive and atherosclerotic vascular disease. Firstly, we will see the pathological changes of vessels due to hypertension, and then we will learn the gross and microscopic features of atherosclerotic plaques in details. So let's start with hypertensive vascular disease. Now, hypertensive vascular disease can be categorized into small vessel disease and large or medium vessel disease. Firstly, this large or medium vessel disease is in the form of atherosclerosis or degenerative changes, which we will study in details after a while. And small vessel disease, which is main feature of hypertension, occur at the levels of arterioles. It is called arteriolosclerosis, and it can be further subcategorized into three types depending upon the degree of hypertension. These three subtypes are hyaline arteriolosclerosis, which occurs in chronic benign hypertension, that is generally mild hypertension. The second is hyperplastic arteriolosclerosis, which occurs in chronic severe hypertension. And the third is fibrinoid necrosis or necrotizing arteriolitis, which occurs in acute malignant hypertension. So let's start with the hyaline arteriolosclerosis. Now what happens is that in mild to moderate degrees of hypertension that occurs over a prolonged period of time, the endothelial cells get damaged and small amount of proteins start to leak in tunica intima of the vessel. This proteinaceous material becomes visible as eosinophilic or hyaline material in microscope, as you can see here in this diagram. So you can see this is the pink colored hyaline material. Secondly, as this hyaline deposition keeps on increasing, the thickness of walls of arterioles is increased, which ultimately reduces the size of lumen of vessel, causing luminal narrowing. So you see hyaline deposition with luminal narrowing in benign hyaline arteriolosclerosis. Now here you can appreciate that in hyaline arteriolosclerosis, the pathological changes are confined to tunica intima. But if this hypertension progresses to chronic severe hypertension and remains untreated, then the next layer, which is tunica media, begins getting affected in the form of hyperplasia of smooth muscles, which is known as hyperplastic arteriolosclerosis. And this sounds logical because when blood pressure is elevated to severe levels, the vessel wall must grow thicker to accommodate such high pressure. So what happens is that the smooth muscles in tunica media start proliferation and turn into multiple layers of smooth muscles, as you can see here in this diagram. So these are the hyperplastic layers of smooth muscles, and as these layers of smooth muscles look like layers of onion skin, so this is also known as onion skin lesion. And this thickening of vessel wall will further reduce the luminal size of vessels. So overall in hyperplastic arteriolosclerosis, you see hyperplasia of smooth muscles of tunica media in form of onion skin fashion, and you see luminal narrowing. Now the problem with hypertension is that when it causes vessels to become narrow, the decrease in luminal size of vessels increase the systemic peripheral resistance, which further raises the blood pressure. So hypertension keeps on growing through itself in a vicious cycle if left untreated. And in some cases, the blood pressure can actively shoot to a level of greater than 180/110, which is called malignant hypertension. And in malignant hypertension, the blood pressure damages the endothelial cells to such an extent that they undergo necrosis, and the big plasma protein fibrinogen leaks into tunica media and tunica intima and deposits as fibrin material. This pattern is known as fibrinoid necrosis. So on microscope you see fibrin deposits and some necrotic cells which are phagocytosed by macrophages. And as this necrosis is accompanied by activation and recruitment of inflammatory cells macrophages, so this pattern is also known as necrotizing arteriolitis, where itis stands for inflammation. So in summary, the hyaline arteriolosclerosis occurs in mild hypertension and causes hyaline thickening of tunica intima. The hyperplastic arteriolosclerosis occurs in chronic severe hypertension and causes hyperplasia of smooth muscles in onion skin fashion. Fibrinoid necrosis or necrotizing arteriolitis occurs in acute malignant hypertension and is accompanied by necrotic cells and macrophages along with the fibrinoid deposits. So this concludes the hypertensive vascular. Now the next pathology which is related to hypertension is aortic dissection. Aortic dissection is grossly identified as a tear in tunica intima, and through this tear blood seeps inside the vessel wall and creates another channel. As you can see here in this diagram, this first one is the original lumen of the vessel, and the second channel is formed by the tear in aortic wall. Such an aorta is called double-barreled aorta. Now for microscopic features, the keywords to remember for aortic dissection are cystic medial degeneration, which is the underlying pathology in aortic dissection. The first keyword is cystic, which denotes cystic spaces in tunica media. The second keyword is medial degeneration, which implies that there is degeneration of tunica media, so you see dropout and necrosis of smooth muscle cells along with fragmentation of its elastic tissue. And these degenerated areas of tunica media are replaced by amorphous proteoglycan extracellular matrix. So overall on microscope, you see cystic spaces in tunica media with degeneration and necrosis of smooth muscle cells and elastic tissue. And along with this, amorphous extracellular matrix in tunica media.